Hi, Dr. Coons from Endeavor Chiropractic in Springfield, Missouri, and I have another voiceover. This patient came in complaining of low back pain, specifically on like right side more than left. He had a history of a previous car accident a number of years ago, so everything's all healed up from that, but he still has a lot of chronic issues from getting jarred around from his car accident. I have this beginning part sped up quite a bit because I tried to make a bunch of attempts at getting his hips to move here. We start with drops. I kind of always start with drops because I like to start a little bit lighter, and if I'm able to get it with something lighter, I have that preference of having that happen. So we start with drops, start with a couple light drops, and you can see it was kind of giving a little bit more pressure on that last one. Then we move into doing some side posture. So side posture is him laying on his side, right side down. I'm going to be reaching under that right hip. It has rotated out to the right a little bit more. So I'm going to be trying to pull it back in. And wasn't able to get it there. Didn't feel like it wanted to move in that position. So I tried twice. Didn't work. Okay, we're going to have him lay with his right side up. Then we're going to push on it. And then we got some of it here. So got some of it on that one, and then we recheck, and then I work on his femurs. A lot of times when a hip rotates out, like his right side did, the femur tends to compensate on that same side. From what I've seen, it's typically out. I've seen chiropractors adjust femurs by just kind of pulling on someone's leg. But since I tend to err on the side of kind of least invasive and something that's a little bit lighter, something that's not going to cause any sort of issues, or as few issues as is possible or reasonable, I tend to use a drop and just kind of push towards the floor. It tends to free most people's like hips and femurs up like that. But because I've seen several patients who have gone to other chiropractors who adjust quite a bit aggressively, and they're like in a lot of extra pain because of being adjusted. So that's typically, kind of the biggest reason why is like how many people I've seen over the last like 4.5 years now or so, who've been hurt by other chiropractors. And so I tend to start lighter because of how many people have come in complaining about, I just went to the chiropractor yesterday, my hip hurts like worse now, or my neck hurts worse now, or whatever it is that they got worked on. So I guess I've just tried to, my goal that I'm aiming at is to do the most amount possible with the least amount of force. So I want you as the patient to get the most amount out of your adjustment with me inputting the least amount of force as possible. So here I had him get up and move around a little bit, and he was saying he was feeling quite a bit better. I thought his right hip had some left in it, and he was like tucking in his shirt. He's, all right, I'll see you later. And I was like, he was about ready to walk out because he was feeling so much better. But I was like, did you still want, your neck and your mid back worked on? He's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because like the main complaint was the low back, but he did ask for like a full spine check. So I thought that was kind of funny where he got up and his hip was feeling good enough for where he wanted to just leave. So, but I thought that there was still a little bit left in there. So I speeded up again here. Because I think the video itself was like 25-30 minutes of just recording. So yeah, we try to get his neck or T2 kind of below his neck there a couple times. It wouldn't move right away, so I was like, well, I'll come back to that. I'm going to work on ribs, which is something I typically do for most people anyways. And on this video is where I started when I transition the camera to one side of the room to the other, so that like I'm not just like blocking it out with my back, I stop here and slow the video down. You can kind of get, it's kind of a little bit grainy, but like you can kind of see how that the camera's right side right now, his left side is a lot more relaxed and a little bit flatter, and it's versus that right side where it's a lot more bunched up towards the center of his spine. So that's kind of like the biggest reason why I do that, is that just how much more relaxation and just like muscle tone change that I see from working on ribs like this. And all I'm feeling is just any sort of restriction, and I put just like a little bit of a drop onto that rib. So I'll put my thumb on top of the rib that feels like it's a little bit stuck or sticky, and then just free it up. Nothing too special, but it has a lot of really awesome positive benefits for people, and they say that it just makes it feel so much better. And then on this one I tried to adjust his T2, but he's a big dude, so my hand wasn't quite big enough to get how I would like it to there, but we tried a little bit different. Grab onto the spinous this time, and then push his head away this time instead of towards, and we got it. Really good pop on that one too, so it was good and stuck, but we definitely got it. And then kind of my suspicions about his low back here were confirmed. I thought that there was a little bit left in there, and if I just let him lay down for the rest of his appointment here, that it would start to flare up a little bit, and it did. So his hip was still stuck kind of in external rotation, and I also worked a little bit on his sacrum again here, so I think I might have, oh no, just kidding, I worked on that more of the PI, so like it's posterior inferior, so like it slipped kind of like down and back, so I'm trying to push it up. I thought it was something I still worked on, the rotation side of it, but yeah, it's kind of slipped down and out on his hip. I focused a lot on the out portion earlier, and that one I got a little bit more of the up. So yeah, and then we're just kind of asking him how he's doing there, testing it out, and then we get his neck. His neck moved pretty easily. No complaints there or anything like that. So, but yeah, any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to reach out. If you're looking at finding a chiropractor, I tend to start a little bit lighter. If that's something that you're looking for, feel free to reach out. Contact information is all on our website, and the website should be linked in the description of the video, as well as in the description of the channel that these videos are posted on. Thank you.